بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه أما بعد. يقول المصنف رحمه الله تعالى باب في زيارة الإخوان. This chapter is going to talk about visiting the brothers. قال الفقيه رحمه الله تعالى وهو المصنف: زيارة الإخوان والأصدقاء حسن. Visiting the brothers and the friends is something that is recommended in the Sharia, that is good, and one will be, rewarded for that. وفيها زيادة ألفة, and it add more nearness, more compassion, and strengthen the brotherhood. وقال أبو أمامة الباهلي: امشي ميلا وعد مريضا وأمشي ميلين وزر أخا في الله وامشي 3 أميال وأصلح بين اثنين. The way that someone put, their steps in the way of seeking the reward from Allah and in the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, said, walk a mile and visit a sick person, and walk 2 miles to visit a brother, to see how important. So he focused on how much one will be walking, to reach. Someone would not say, this is very far, I should not go. But this is how they emphasize and encourage such, good deeds. قال, and walk 2 miles and visit a brother in the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and walk 3 miles to reconcile and make peace between two who has disputed or have issue between them. So visiting the sick, visiting, seeing a brother, reconciling and making peace between people, those are element or deeds highly recommended and also rewarded. وقال بعض الحكماء: لا تترك الزيارة فينسوك ولا تكثر الزيارة فيملوك. And subhanAllah, always there is a balance. Do not desert and turn away from visiting the close one to you. Of course, it's an obligation for the kin and a recommendation also for the brothers and friends. But however, لا تكثر الزيارة. Do not, go that much, then they're going to get tired of you. So subhanAllah, when they visit, they feel or want to always feel welcomed and honored, and that's the balance. So for the sake of Allah is to not be distant, to not, to keep those ties in the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. However, someone who will be visit all the time or with people, they're gonna get tired, and that's not from the characteristic of the believer. The believer is to be balanced and moderate. وقال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم لأبي هريرة رضي الله تعالى عنه: يا أبا هريرة زر غبا تزدد حبا. The Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم given this advice to Abi Hurairah. He said, زر غبا, which is mean like, visit, not that much. Take your time to do it, and after a while, if you do that, they will love you more. Why? Because the person, if you visit today and then you visit after a while, they miss you. When they miss you, when you visit the second time, they will be honoring you, welcoming you, and as the Prophet ﷺ, he said, they will increase in loving you and in respecting you and so on. However, if someone will be visiting all the time, then they're going to get tired from him. And that's, subhanAllah, from the nature of the people, and how you see all the ahkam of the Sharia. And even in this etiquette is based on the common sense, is based on the fitrah, on the inner nature. وعن بكر بن عبد الله المزني أنه قال: المريض يعاد والصحيح يزار. So Abu Bakr al-Mazni, if a person is sick, it need to be people to visit them, and visiting of the sick. As the Prophet ﷺ mentioned many of the hadith, and especially the hadith of Al-Qudsi, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saying to his servant, why you didn't visit me? He said, Ya Allah, how can I visit you? And you are Allah. He said, your brother was sick. If you have visited him, you would have found me near to him, or in the ma'na of the hadith. And that's, subhanAllah, to see the importance of visiting the sick. And if this brother, he's healthy, then go see him, and go see him. In visiting all the sick, there is, you bring in the sakina, you bring in the tranquility, you bring in the hope. They feel, subhanAllah, being cared of. And there is a lot of a great impact on the nafs, on that soul of that person, and their psychology, and the dua that you get from them, and the dua that you give it to them, all of that is a blessing. Now, if he's not sick, then go see your brother, because also that's one of the great deed in the way of Islam. The last hadith, قال وروي عن عمر رضي الله تعالى عنه أنه كتب إلى أبي موسى الأشعري أن انظر إلى من قبلك من وجوه الناس، من قبلك من وجوه الناس، فأكرمهم، فإنه لن يعدم الناس أن يكون لهم وجوه يقومون ويذكرون بحوائج الناس. In the meaning of the hadith, from the, subhanallah, the insights of Umar radiallahu ta'ala anhu, saying to Abi Musa al-Ash'ari, and he was, a responsible or a governor in one of the region to that which he assigned him to, قال, look at the faces of the people and honor them, because you can see the face of the people. There's a face, happy, the other for joyful, the other for mahmoom, worrying. And this is, subhanallah, when you deal with people by looking at their face, to bring joy into their heart, to bring calmness into their hearts, to bring tranquility in their heart. قال أن يكون لهم وجوه يقومون ويذكرون بحوائج الناس. This is one of the way of these responsible, those who يتولون أمور المؤمنين, those who are responsible or managing the affairs of the Muslim, to care about their needs, and to talk to them about that. And that's, subhanallah, from bringing the tranquility, bringing the peace to people. And that's actually one of the action of justice, because the justice, ruling with the justice and dealing with the justice, not only to be just in the mizan, to be just in ahkam, in dealing when disputing, when things like that, but the justice also to care about people as you care about the ghani, or the close one. You have also to care about the one that is far from you. And this is from the justice, to see the people what they need, and subhanallah, that's the meaning of the caring, and that's part by implementing justice. One of the A'immah, he was very good qara, and the Khalifa was praying behind him. He made he was not focused in the salah. He was not focused in the salah, and he made a few mistakes. It's not his nature. Sometimes someone stop and then go back. So after the salah, he sent to him, a good amount of money. He said, subhanallah, al-Khalifa, he knew that I have issues, financial issues. So he, without even talking to him. So this is, subhanallah, from the aspect how even the one who's, if it's a father or a mother or a friend, they care about each other. They know their brother, he has a problem. So sometimes they fix his problem without knowing himself, or the person who's in problem, he will not even disclose what the type of problem they have. And this is, subhanallah, one of these ties that you find them, subhanallah, rooted in the Islamic faith and rooted in the heart of the believer. فنسأل الله سبحانه وتعالى أن يؤلف بين قلوبنا ويجعلنا عباد الله إخوانا. اللهم حبب الإيمان لنا وزينه في قلوبنا وكره إلينا الكفر والفسوق والعصيان واجعلنا من عبادك الراشدين. اللهم اغفر لنا ذنوبنا أجمعين وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. اللهم يا رب العالمين ويا أرحم الراحمين ارحم إخواننا في غزة وفلسطين. اللهم ارحمهم برحمتك. اللهم أنزل عليهم سكينتك. اللهم أنزل عليهم بركاتك. اللهم استر عوراتهم. اللهم آمن روعاتهم. اللهم أفرغ عليهم صبرا وثبت أقدامهم وانصرهم على المعتدين الظالمين، إنك ربنا على كل شيء قدير. ربنا توفنا برحمتك مسلمين، وصل اللهم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما، وجزاكم الله خيرا.